YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Victoria 3, Episode 3. So, in our last episode, we made some diligent pushes towards suffrage of one form or another, but we kept getting ensnared in some of the random events. Undaunted, we continue our push. We're still only at a 35.6, but I have confidence that this will eventually pass, but we shall see. On the economic front, we are a little bit short on bureaucracy because we started importing lead and dyes for our various activities in here. But one government administration later will solve that. We also have a state in turmoil. The Northern Cape is in turmoil. And I had a thought about how to fix that. A way that doesn't involve bumping the police up again. Let's take a look at the buildings here. Now, turmoil tends to happen when people were at a good standard of living and then dropped because I guess they lost their jobs. A while back, these 6 gold mines used to be gold fields, but they all lost their jobs for that. And the gold fields employed a lot more people. Now on the gold mines here, I'm using the train automation. This allows us to employ 6,000 fewer workers. What if we don't? What if we spread the wealth? Because employing more people brings more people out of the peasantry and brings them and raises their standard of living, which might be enough to undo the turmoil. Even though it makes this one slightly less profitable, I'm willing to make that if it stabilizes the region. And yeah, we are blowing people up still with nitroglycerin, but dynamite's around the corner, right? How are we doing here? Yeah, we got mechanized workshops, and then we can start into dynamite proper. So that is my goal here. And actually here, while we're at it, let's road carts you. Yeah, I don't want to nitro the iron mine. Yeah, the other thing that we were being told is we are short on convoys, which means we need more of our ports. So I decided to up our port construction. I think we're building our 5th and final port in our main area. We do have the Eastern Cape here, which can support its own 5 levels of port. So we're not done with the ports at this point. We can turn ourselves into a decently prolific trading nation once we get things all settled here. And Britain is going to be squishing another minor nation. Nothing we can do about it. Aha! Look at that! Turmoil went away. The region is no longer in turmoil. Let that be a tip for you. If you're facing turmoil, spread the wealth. You can also spread the wealth by turning down taxes, but we're at just the right amount of balance right now. No need to crank it up. No need to drop it down. We're in a good spot right now. I mean, that the balance is going to take a hit once we build the government organization, because that is an industry building, quote unquote, that is pure expense. They don't actually produce any wealth, much like our chemical plant, our poor chemical plant. Well, once dynamite comes around, this thing will actually spring to life. So I'm not going to demolish it. Trade centers doing nicely. Food industries are doing nicely. Fang people, eh? Interesting. Oh no. Public address goes awry. Do I want to click on this? I kind of have to. And that was that. It was meant to be a routine speech about the merits of universal suffrage by Oliver Murray. Who are you? A trade unionist who's also a pacifist. God dang it, not another pacifist. I'll never be able to colonialize with this. I don't want to drive people away from the trade unions, but hapless order? Yeah, take that, Oliver Murray. Well, dang. So that begs the question. Yeah, look at this. We're from past checkpoints, -10, -10. We're sliding back here. So those dang. So do we hop back to the other side? Because we should be able to get to census suffrage. Yeah, let's try census suffrage again. we will have one suffrage, and again, this one is much less opposed because the industrialists are cool with it, unlike with universal suffrage. So we're back up here. Of course, the trade unions didn't quite like that. The ratio, I don't mind missing out on the ratio one. It's the first level of their benefit that I really, really want. The industrial organizers. That's the important one. Man, why did he have to be freaking pacifist? Because he's gonna fight us tooth and nail on colonialization, but I don't want to uproot the power and clout of our trade unions faction because we kind of need them. We've been catering to them. We need to get rid of this guy. And as far as I know, there's no like assassin plot or anything like that. This isn't Crusader Kings. But if there's an event that might get rid of him, I will absolutely take that chance. All right. Let's see. Furniture, textiles. Yeah, I didn't actually get anything directly from that, but now we have level 3, and we can boom goes the dynamite, and then vacuum canning right after that to further bolster our food industries. But dynamite comes first because that can actually help save our fertilizer industry. Well, our chemical plant, that is. Because right now is broke. It don't work. All right, and we're building that. Oh, wow. Yeah, now that the turmoil is down, I think we are high time to build ourselves another construction sector and get our economy flowing even faster. The Orangian Southern... Oh! This country! I was about to say South African Revolt. That's not us. We're South Africa. No, it's these guys. The peasants are the peasants are revolting. I know, aren't they? Unfortunately, there's no way for us to say, "Hey, why don't you just like be us and we'll run the place." Although I bet you we're getting a lot of immigration from here, which is good because we a while ago we had a little worker shortage in the Northern Cape. Not so much anymore. How are we doing on infrastructure here? Yeah, got plenty of room before we need to. That's cool. So what do we build after we throw down that wheat farm? Are we still short on convoys? We kind of are. Steel and glass. I know we have glass. We could build more glass. I would not be opposed to building more glass. Did we? And yeah, we built steel too. So maybe, and steel seems to be the more profitable one here. So let's expand steel. If that's the high government cost, then we shall remedy that. Yeah, they're duking it out up there. Man, I really want to stop fighting for suffrage, not like pass it first, not like abandon it, but then go for colonization. All right, let's see how our money is doing once our construction sectors come online. Because those are the of all the things in the game, that's going to be the thing that hits your income the hardest. But in the long run, it can let your economy ramp up all the further. And also, we can only hold so much gold. So we want to not have too huge of a surplus. We got a new thing here: military goods, small arms, unused construction production. They're going to get used. Don't you worry. But that will get these steel mills. Yeah, 17 weeks for a whole new. All right, popular playwright. That sounds good and positive. Intelligentsia or prestige. No, we'll take the 10% chance, thank you. We will take that 10% and run with it. Pharmaceuticals. Now there's a health law we could go down here. Oop, who retired? Ah, dang. All right, let's hit up the glassworks again, and then you know what? We'll add another to the food industries afterwards. We can. All right, we're keeping the price of lead down. Because that factors into our glass here. Our bone china, crystal glass. I mean, although lead seems to be back up again. Maybe we need more. It says we have all the trade routes that we need. Let me check our trade route for lead. make sure that we're still trading with someone who can actually provide us with proper lead. So we're getting 45 goods. We could like find another, let's see if there's more sources of lead, because I want to keep that price low. Lead. There's only 3 places that are producing it though. That's the problem. Prussia's not that thing. America. Man, where do you buy lead? Or where do you make lead? Who's got lands that can just manufacture the stuff? Yeah, if they only have 1 unit of lead, we'll go trade with the Americans. We'll get the lead out and bring it in. Cross-border investments. Industrialists are interested in making investments in neighboring Zulu industries. An excellent investment will improve by 50, and Zulu gets manufacturing tax income. Or we can strong arm them into building it here. What is their... So they're loyal plus 15, which means we can do that. Yeah, we can strong arm them. I'd rather have the tax income here because we have so many of those. Oops. Oh no, that's already... I'll probably need more ports. We have our best producers on this, right? Well, yeah, again, share the wealth. All the water tube boiler does is replace people, but I kind of want the people to get paid, so we're good on that. Iron is good and cheap, but building more of these will use up more of it, so that's good. Coal is of a reasonable price. We still have this preserve landed voting faction screaming at us, but they're not going to get high enough to actually cause a revolt. The Assyrian people coming to Cape Colony. Come on in. Our multiculturalism welcomes you. Now we also do, the other thing we have to work on is uprooting the religious faction and undoing the religious laws so that people do not get become radicalized via discrimination due to religion. Because that's the other way they can do it. Multiculturalism only works on the culture side of the coin. And yes, people can convert, but I'd rather just have everyone auto-accepted regardless. That way we don't have any radicals from discrimination. That's kind of the whole point of this run. We have 200 authority spare. You know what? Let's drop y'all down a little bit, and then we can add a consumption tax of some form to something like luxury furniture. That's a pretty cheap thing. And it's not going to hurt the lower end people. Yeah, let's do that. We still have one more thing. We could enact another edict. We don't need social mobility. We don't need greener grass. We don't really need national values. I mean, we could do social mobility. Yeah, well, let's nix national values. Let's promote social mobility. You know what? We're not encouraging the resource industry over here, and we've got coal mines and logging camps, and that bonuses both of them. So, yeah, we might as well get a little bit more production out of them. All right, Glassworks is going online. Steel Mills has fully hired. That's the other thing. Because we're building so many factories so quickly, we're using up a lot of the skilled labor that we have in the region, and we want to make sure we can see our qualifications and how many people could become these things. Not that they are, but they are educated enough that they could graduate to a higher class of person and take jobs there at a moment's notice. Let's see what else. Glass and steel. We're working on it. Groceries is starting to finally drop. This might be the last one I build. For a while anyway, because we're also getting... Yes! Census suffrage! In the house! Yeah, political strength. So this gives us more... political strength to literate pops. Yeah, it's based on their vote, but it's not super moneyed. It is not universal, obviously. But that unlocked the special thing: freedom, equality, and brotherhood. The intelligentsia under the leadership of Nonsiba Hebje has ushered in an era of liberal politics that promises a freer society where all citizens have a part in the political strife. So we could reward him with 50 popularity. Oliver Mary change ideology. Ooh, to radical. Free speech. Yes, we can do that because that gets rid of the freaking pacifists. No. Oliver Mary becomes radical because that gets rid of pacifist. So now we don't have to kill him because now he wants. He doesn't want colonialism, but he doesn't hate colonialism anymore either. Yeah. Oh, landowners are angry. Sad face. Church ain't too happy either, but you want to make an omelet, you got to break some eggs. Good legitimacy right now. Let's see our next law. Actually, colonial exploitation. I mean, we can make it happen. Nobody's really pushing against us. I mean, other than the church will be angry about it, but well, who cares? The rural folk are going to be a little pissy about it. But that really can't be helped. What would it do to if I brought in the armed forces? Because they're the ones that really want that. It hurts the legitimacy a little bit, but it helps our pass chance. Doesn't add new radicals or loyalists, so it's a free switch. You know what? I'm going to take it. I will take that. And let's see if we can get our colony game going. Now we have 2 new journal entries here, 2 new mini quests here. Actually, a couple of them here. Cape Colony. Yeah, if we get government administration to 10, we get a special event. That's a bit excessive. The philosophy department building level is 5. That's also kind of excessive. Freedom of trade. We need to get the free trade thing in there, which I happen to like the free trade. Marketplace of the world. Heck yeah. Freedom of thought. We need to get 2 more laws. Protected speech or right of assembly. And then freedom of conscience or total separation. Things I want anyway. And you know what? I think we could get a level 3 university, level 3 arts academy. So this one's a little bit more doable. And we still have our tutorial quest here. And I'm still going to continue ignoring it. Yeah, unfortunately, the old ways with the rural folk upset with us. We're going to need more bureaucracy, or we need to cut one of our. Let me check in on one of our smaller, the American lead. Yeah, because that's using up a whole huge chunk of it. I think I'm just going to nix that and have 1 lead import. We're also short on authority. I think we can, cancel social mobility. All right, I think we just bumped up our third glassworks industry, which is always good. Only 2? I thought I built a third one. Unless I built it was just me building a second one. We also need to get some more coal going, since I noticed the price was cropping up a little bit. Logging camp is also getting a little bit more expensive, so we could do that. Are we making hardwood? We are not. What would happen if we did? Only a 172. Let's keep the softwood. Dakota? How are they making it all the way from here? Like the Dakota Indians? Unless I'm thinking of a different Dakota. French South African interest, eh? Let's see, can we butter up anybody? Actually, in anticipation for colonial play, we are going to want to move our sphere, our area of interest. All right, Russia. All right, we'll talk to Russia. See what we can get out of them. But eventually, once we pass that, we're going to need to move our things so that we can actually start colonizing proper. And Russia keeps moving their interests around. So you know what? I'm going to actually just move my interest now. So no longer Occitania. So we could declare an interest up here. Or maybe over here. Actually up here. No, I want to go over here. Might grab the island. Because it takes a while for your interest to formally shift. I mean, not that long of a while, but a while long enough. Aha! I'm glad we didn't give the buff to the intelligentsia guy, because he would have just died a couple of years later. We are almost done with dynamite. And I have a feeling that will help things go boom. And by things, I mean our economy. So now we can switch production methods to dynamite, which is a lot safer, but still gives us much better increases in productivity, just without the mortality. So we'll do dynamite for you, and we will do dynamite for our coal mines as well. Oh, yeah, condensing pump, dynamite, please. That will help things out. And then that should put a big demand for dynamite. Get vacuum canning for our food industries. And that should actually help our chemical plants spring to life. And also, vacuum evaporation lets us make more explosives and less fertilizer, which is really what we're after. We're not trying to corner the market on fertilizer. All right, with the Zanj interest, we should be able to take a bunch more, improve relations now. With you, a bunch of other little mini nations here. At least make friends with them before Great Britain gobbles them up. Finally, we can put our influence to use. All right, explosives, good. Chemical plants finally starting to come to life. I mean, it's not great, but it's good, and at least we're keeping the price of explosives modest, if a little on the higher side. Yep, annex, bang. We might need to import some sulfur at some point, or colonize an area that can produce it naturally. Enact lead. Oh. We have a bunch of old schoolers that are trying to roll back our reforms for women. Unfortunately, the radicalism is very high here, so this could get a little spicy. They're all coming together because they're angry at me for different reasons, but they have a common goal to be angry about in the form of legal guardianship. But hopefully we can get the only reason the rural folk are pissed with us is this colonial exploitation, which hopefully that'll go away once we've got what we want. Yeah, explosives are expensive. Trade routes need convoys. Well, we are making more ports, so that is one way to do it. We do need more government administrations. New parties formed. The Liberal and the Radical Party. Well, that makes sense since the one guy became radical. Hopefully we can get this, we might get lucky and get this passed, and then when the election takes place we can remove the armed forces, because that's all I really wanted them in government for, was to get their backing for colonial exploitation. Alright, you're giving us more coal, which is good, because the coal mines are being super profitable right now, and we can capitalize on that for certain. Pain financing. Let's see. Free Trade Party. Just the industrialists. What's our momentum looking at here? Yeah. The Liberal Party is looking like they're going to run away with it, which is good. I'm fine with that. 1100 opposition interest group approval. So this makes all of my enemies. Yeah, you know what? It's fine, because it doesn't actually anger them. It just weakens their campaigning, unless they're part of the free trade. Can't imagine the intelligence. Yeah, they're liberal. Angry. What do we got here? Low government legitimacy. 8%? Well, I might need to shuffle stuff around. I mean, we'll limp into our checkpoint here, but damn, that's a little saucy right there. I think the shifting of the parties kind of caused that to be uprooted here. All right, explosives is being maintained. Chemical plants still not quite doing what they need to do. Glassworks, I don't want to say they're suffering, but what's your oh yeah, it's the lead. Of course it's the lead. We need more lead. Yeah, we are going to get the checkpoint before we have to shuffle everybody around, but I think we need to do a shuffle, success or otherwise. Wow, we got it! We got it! Oh, that's beautiful. And now we can shuffle to get legitimacy back and go and carry on as expected. All right, folks. So in our next episode, we're going to start colonizing. If you guys like this episode and you want to see more like this, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, it's been Pinstar, signing out. See ya!